Quite interesting for me to be at a conference where the main focus is information and communication technology, since I don't have the slightest idea about information and communication technology. But I know something about the Arctic, and I'm representing more than 40 Norwegian companies, maritime companies, where information and communication technology is quite important. And my main issue today is to introduce what Kari Leine called cooperation or dialogue, a quite concrete example where we are introducing a cooperation between 40, 50 Norwegian companies and an upcoming Finnish initiative. I can see from the list of participants that many of you are not from this region. See a red circle there. We call it the Barents region. I live in, most of you perhaps, and I live in the center of this region. Small population, mentioned, rough climate. We are far away from major markets. We have lack of integrated infrastructure. And as mentioned by both Marty and others, we have lack of modern and good ICT solutions when you come high north, up far north. But we have tremendous opportunities, and we need both good logistics, physical logistics, and digital logistics to survive in the future. We are a global supplier of maritime resources, not only oil and gas. I would like to mention one of the biggest fisheries in the world, just laying north of us. We are a global supplier of minerals connected to shipping service. We have a port here handling several million tons of minerals from Sweden. And I think there is a potential for global transit through this region. Not only the Northeast Passage, which is mentioned, but also by integrating the land transport system in Asia through this region. It's shorter, it may be better, and you're avoiding the congested areas in Europe, which are a tremendous problem at the moment. Some challenges can be solved, and some opportunities can be materialized through cooperation. I'm representing this cluster. We have 42 Norwegian maritime companies, shipping lines, shipyards, suppliers of equipment and services, universities, knowledge providers. Most of these companies are commercial companies, and they are fighting for profit. And we are going to introduce, together with Johanna here, some kind of cooperation where we are trying to do some good commercial things out of it. Not only research. Research is important, but if we are going to do research with these companies, they have to survive in the meantime. This is ArcMate, as Johanna introduced. So what we are doing now is that we are going to introduce a cooperation with this Norwegian Arctic Maritime Cluster and Johanna's upcoming initiative. We had our first meetings. We have a new meeting in October in Tromsø, where probably more than 50 participants will participate. So we think that the good way of doing business is not like this. You've seen these donkeys before. Together with Johanna, we found out that perhaps we should sit down, think a little bit, and cash everything. Thank you for your attention.